Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you needed to defend yourself or defend someone else? In Arizona, the law provides certain protections for people who act in self-defense, especially in cases involving assault or even homicide. It's important to understand when self-defense is a valid legal argument and how Arizona law can protect you in these situations. ¿Qué onda, mi gente? I'm Matthew Bartz with Armor Legal, a criminal defense firm in Arizona. And today I'm going to help explain self-defense so that you understand your rights if you ever find yourself in this situation. Let's start with the basics. What are the self-defense laws in Arizona? Self-defense is a legal argument that can be used in criminal cases. It is particularly useful in cases of assault or even homicide. The law acknowledges that everyone has the right to protect themselves, but certain rules and conditions must be met for self-defense to be a legally valid argument. Under Arizona law, you have the right to defend yourself if you believe that you are under imminent threat of harm or physical injury. However, there are some important conditions to be aware of. First, the use of force must be reasonable and necessary. This means that the amount of force that you use in self-defense must not exceed what was necessary to protect yourself from harm. Second, you cannot use self-defense if you instigated or provoked the situation. If you were the one that started the confrontation, you likely won't be able to claim self-defense unless you clearly withdrew from the confrontation and gave the other person a chance to retreat. Up next is the stand your ground laws in Arizona. Unlike some states that have a duty to retreat, Arizona does not require you to flee before you can use self-defense. As long as you're in a place where you have the right to be, if somebody comes at you with physical force, you can stand your ground and defend yourself without the need to retreat first. This is crucial in situations where you might be cornered or unable to escape the danger. However, stand your ground law doesn't mean you can use force in every situation. Arizona also has a law called third-party defense that allows you to defend another if they're in danger. But what does that mean? Suppose you're in a situation where someone else is in imminent danger. In that case, you can use physical force to protect them. But the same rules apply. You cannot use excessive force, and you have to have a reasonable belief that that person is in immediate danger. Be careful with this one though, because if you come to the assistance of another person and it turns out that that person started the physical confrontation by throwing punches or harming somebody else first, you could also be treated as an aggressor. There are also laws surrounding self-defense in cases of homicide. If someone is threatening your life or the life of someone else with not just words, but with physical actions, and that threat is imminent, you might be able to argue that your use of deadly force was necessary. However, this is a highly sensitive issue. In these cases, law enforcement and the courts will closely examine the situation to determine whether or not your use of deadly force was necessary. Arizona also has a law called the Castle Doctrine. This doctrine states that you can defend yourself with deadly force in your home or residence without any obligation to retreat. If someone unlawfully enters your home, you don't have to flee. You can defend yourself and your family. While Arizona law provides these protections, it is essential to understand that self-defense is not an automatic guaranteed defense in criminal cases. If you've been accused of a crime where self-defense is a factor, it is crucial to consult with an experienced criminal defense attorney right away. Your lawyer can review the details of your case and help you understand how the law applies to your situation, and then help guide you through the legal process. If you've been charged with a crime involving self-defense, I can help you navigate the complexities of your case. Don't wait, schedule your consultation. Let us help you protect your future. Déjanos proteger su futuro.